Well, hello there, folks, and happy Sunday to you as usual. And I hope you're all having a brilliant Easter weekend, if you're celebrating, of course. So, this is Easter Sunday. So, yeah, I do hope you're all having a fab day. So, thanks for coming over just to join me for this week's of the meals of the week. Oh my goodness, this week's meals of the week, starting all the way back on Monday through till today, which is Sunday. So on Monday we had fish and chips. Normally have this later on in the week, but we really just fancied the fish and chips, and I had some there, so we just made this. And this is one of our favourites. Sometimes I do my own battered fish, but this stuff from Aldi, these are the large haddock, the battered haddock, and they are really, really tasty. You can also get the cod as well. We do prefer the haddock, so I will get the haddock if they have it. So we've got some of the beef dripping chips, some sweet corn and peas, that's the battered haddock, sitting proudly on the top with a wee wedge of lemon, some parsley and some sea salt as well. So yeah, highly recommended if you see these in Aldi and you do like battered fish, of course, to pick those ones up. And then moving on to Tuesday, we had spaghetti bolognese. Sometimes I do this with mince, beef mince, and other times I do it with the corn mince. I had a bag of corn mince in the freezer, so I used the corn mince for this, and also it keeps it a wee bit lighter in calories as well. And honestly, see, when you mix the corn with everything else that's in this recipe, you really can't taste the difference flavour wise. There is a wee bit of a difference in the texture, but it's still really delicious. So I just like to mix my pasta in with the bolognese, when it's ready. Just drain the water out of your spaghetti and just mix it in to the pasta sauce, and the spaghetti will pick up those lovely flavours from the bolognese sauce. Sometimes I keep it separate, but we do like it mixed together. And moving on to Wednesday, something a wee bit different for us. I seen this recipe on Pinterest, and I know that loads of people have loaded fries, and I've eaten loaded fries out in restaurants and things, but it's not something I would typically make for the tea. But it was absolutely delicious. We all thoroughly enjoyed this one. So these are the beef dripping chips from Aldi. They are delicious, but they are quite naughty on the calories, so you have to be careful with them. That's my usual beef chilli, and I've added some peppers and jalapenos and chilies in there as well, topped off with some grated cheddar and even more jalapenos for me. And by the time I ate this, the cheese had all melted into that chili and the chips, and it was just a delicious combination of flavours. It all just kind of melted in together, and I will definitely be having this one very soon. And then moving on to Thursday, we had penne arrabbiata, a very simple one. Sometimes I add chicken into my penne arrabbiata. This one was without any protein, so it is just the penne pasta. There's tomato, garlic, chilli, onion. I put peppers in here as well, and salt and pepper, and obviously it's cooked in the olive oil, and it's just delicious. It sounds really plain, but the flavours are actually quite punchy, and they all work wonderfully together. And I like to add a wee bit of parmesan on the top. Again, it's a really cheesy cheese, and it works really well in this, with some cracked black pepper and some garlic ciabatta garlic bread on the side. And this is one of my personal favourites. It just happens to be vegetarian. If I was actually vegetarian, I would eat this all the time probably. I just love it that much. And then moving on to Friday, it was a lovely bright day, a lovely spring day, and the nights are getting lighter, the sun was shining, so I really fancied just a chicken salad. And that chicken isn't burnt, that's just a glaze that I've put on the top, so the chicken skin has quite dramatically coloured, but it's not burnt, and it's definitely not dried out. So I had a wee side salad, so lettuce, tomato, sweet corn, which I think goes lovely with chicken, some croutons, some cheese and balsamic glaze. There's a wee pot of coleslaw at the back, that's that chicken there. And we tried the McCain lighter chips, and these, in our opinion, are not the best. I think it might be because they're made with less fat. They just didn't cook very easily, and they were very dry as well. Then moving on to yesterday, we were actually away at a friend, so we got a takeaway, and I decided to hang the calories for that night. So yeah, I did treat myself to a takeaway. I haven't had a takeaway in months and months and months. So this is a Chinese takeaway, beef curry, and for some bizarre reason there are green and red peppers in this curry, which I've never had with a takeaway beef curry before, but it was really tasty. It's just not our usual takeaway place, with some fried rice and chips, of course. And then moving on to today, we had poached chicken. It's been quite a chicken heavy week, but yeah, we love the chicken from the butcher. So these were chicken breasts from the local butcher, and I just like to poach these because they've got such a beautiful flavour. You really don't need to do much to these at all. I just let them poach for a couple of hours on a really, really low heat, you know, just in some seasoned water. So that's some sage and onion stuffing there, and also some mashed swede, and I like to add a wee bit of butter and white pepper, some steamed cauliflower, just a few potato croquettes on the side. That's that poached chicken breast there, and with the chicken juices and some chicken gravy granules just to thicken it up, and I also added a wee touch of cream, has made a lovely gravy as well, and we thoroughly enjoyed this one as well. So thank you so much for watching, and like I said in the beginning, I hope you've had a fantastic Easter weekend if you're celebrating, and a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching. If you're still here at this point, and a huge thank you as usual to the supporters of the channel over on my Patreon page, and to the channel members here on YouTube as well, for you all for leaving your lovely comments, and for those that share the videos as well. It really does help the channel get out there and be viewed by more people. So until I see you next, which is going to be Thursday for our wee recipe, or back on Saturday for our food shopping unbagging, or even back this time next Sunday for another meals of the week, you have yourself a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you off us soon back here on What's for Tea. Bye now.